sounds that go inside the loop have to be set up a certain way. Easy to set up something in front of the amp because it's like a pedal. You just punch chorus, you know, you get your choice of the mix. That's all up to you, fast, slow, how much intensity mix and all of that. But in the back of the amp, you must be aware of what kind of loop you have, because as we all know, we have series and parallel loops. And series loops are cheap. They're not the best way to get quality tone. Do they work? Yes, they work. So if you plug in, let's say, a DD3 Boss digital delay, you stick it in there through a series loop, it'll work. And everything else will work there too. You get a decent sound, but not the best professional quality clean sound. Why? Because the nature of the pedal is that when you plug in the pedal, the signal goes through the pedal, all of it. So your guitar sound is going through, let's say, this DD3 digital delay pedal. When you plug in the pedal and you turn it on, the whole sound is affected. You're clean and you're delay. Now, if the pedal is good, you get a decent sound out of it. But believe you me, no pedals keep everything clean and as nice as if you're plugged in right straight to the amp. And that bugs me, because I do hear the difference. Like I said, I wanna get the feel of being in a recording studio all the time and have that option to have that clean reverb and delay without affecting my tone in any way, shape, or form from the front. So how do you do this? Two ways. Either you use a parallel loop. Beauty amps have the choice. Average amps, Carvin, Marshalls, and everything, they don't have parallel loops. I think they're beginning to make it now. You have a choice on some of them. But usually parallel loops are inside the, you know, the good stuff, the custom audio, Bogner, and that kind of thing, you know. And there is a way to fix this. Just now, just this last year, John Suhr from Suhr Guitars has invented a little device called a mini mix. It's a little mini mix that you can plug in the back of your amp series loop. If your amp has a series loop, like my Super Sonic Fender has a series loop, and a lot of my Marshalls only have a series loop. So by plugging in the mini mix in the back, it makes it act like it's a parallel loop. And what you can now do is send the pedals that you want to send in the back and have them react like you're in a studio. But the trick is that normal pedals, foot pedals, don't work this way. You have to get something more sophisticated, just like in a studio, where your delay has a choice to send delay only. You have a choice, a mix, just like in a studio where the sound is on top of your original sound. So the rack mounting units are usually all like that, or a pedal like the GT5 allows you to do that, where I go in now inside the mini mix and I send to the loop my delay, but the machine has my direct sound off. I only send the affected sound. So my sound goes into the amp straight, does not get attached to it, into the mini loop, into my pedal board, my effects in the back, delay or reverb, and these effect units are set up so it's only the effect. And I can fix it by the amount of mix, the amount of volume. You know, we have a delay volume, and so, you know, 50%, 30%, whatever that is, on top of my original sound. So that's the way to fix it if you have an amp that only has series loop. Very cool. So now my stuff sounds really, really quality. I don't get that kind of full sound that gets compromised by adding on whatever tonality the pedals have, and sounding a little bit out of phase all the time. They sort of flange with each other just a little bit. You can really tell, so it's okay to do it, to plug in, like I said, a pedal just inside the series loop, but it's not the real way to do it. That's why we used to have the refrigerator, because those things were all set up inside a mix, and all of that. But now you can do it with this little box from Sur, and let me show you what I mean. Let's say let's pick up a clean sound. With a lot of delay. Okay, this is what I call my Pink Floyd sound. A lot of delay, a little flanger on it, but there's so much delay I got. See how clean the delays are? Just like a studio, very clean. Exactly the same sound that I get from the original non-affected guitar. No noise, no nothing. Very clean. Same thing. Now let's go to just another basic sound. Let's say my blues sound. Okay, blues sound. Clean sound going in. Delay, little delay, and little reverb on the delay only. So delay and reverb going in the back of the loop. It's a little bit space, a little bit dark. You have a choice to do whatever you want with these kind of machines. Anytime you do what I told you, where you have a better than average effect unit giving you delay, reverb, and stuff inside the loop, you have extra choices. You have a choice to make the delay a little bit darker, a little bit more analog, very clean. So it depends. Like for my Pink Floyd stuff, the bounce has to be very clean, just the same. For the blues thing that I have, I choose to make the delay a little bit darker, so you can hear it. So there is delay with the less stop on it, simulating analog, and reverb only to the delay. So the first impact of the guitar doesn't get washed out, and then you get the stuff behind the sound. Again, just like in the studio, you got more choices like this. So that would be my blues sound.